Among all the engine types now in the market, the inline-3 cylinder engine has the most unique design. This engine layout is only used by a select few machines, with the Triumph models and the Yamaha MT-09 being the most popular bikes with this configuration. So, why does Triumph adopt this as their primary engine arrangement? And why do only a few manufacturers use this? Let's find out in today's video. But first, what is a 3-cylinder engine? More specifically called as a straight 3 engine, also known as an inline triple or inline 3, is a 3-cylinder piston engine with cylinders aligned along a shared crankshaft. Straight 3 engines, while less popular than straight 4 engines, have been employed in a variety of motorcycles, automobiles, and agricultural machines. Triumph may currently be the manufacturer most associated with triples, but by no means were they the first to experiment with 3 cylinders. The first attempt was made in 1932 by Moto Guzzi, who used a 500cc triple engine in a luxury tourer. The reasoning made sense since a motorcycle with more than one cylinder would have greater power and less vibration than one with only 1 or 2 cylinders. But it wasn't especially quick. It was rather pricey, so it didn't last very long. Nonetheless, Moto Guzzi continued to use the engine for a time longer to build an advanced supercharged competition engine that was raced in Genoa in 1940. Unfortunately, progress was interrupted by the Second World War. Triumph didn't launch its first triple until 1968 with the Triumph Trident, which was in production from 1968 to 1975 and came from the badge-engineered sibling, the BSA Rocket 3. The British motorcycles evolved in the same way as most triples did. The twin-cylinder diet was wearing thin, and riders wanted more power and less vibration, especially in the key US market. The history of motorcycles is littered with triples. The 1970s Kawasaki H1 and H2 2-strokes, the early MotoGP 4-stroke Aprilia RS3 Cube, and the Yamaha MT-09 all come to mind. The 3-cylinder engine's pinnacle came from 1966 through 1972, when the MV Agusta 500 triple dominated Grand Prix racing, winning the Premier Class title in each of its 7 seasons. Due to a combination of stricter pollution regulations and ongoing advancements in 4-cylinder motorcycles, the triple attempts came to a stop. At first, they were novel, but as 4-cylinder superbikes improved and became more reliable and affordable, bikers were lured away from 3-cylinder motorcycles. But why did Triumph still keep its 3 cylinders while others abandoned them? One of the best features of the 3-cylinder engine is its wonderful and distinctive sound. A triple has an odd offbeat sound to it that falls somewhere between a 4-smooth sound and a twin slumpy rhythm. It is a distinct sound that cannot be mistaken for any other. Another desired benefit of a 3-cylinder engine is its size as compared to 4-cylinder engines. A total material required to produce a 3-cylinder engine is reduced by 1 cylinder. The manufacturers benefit from this in both ways. For starters, they will need less material, which will save them a large amount of money for each engine. Secondly, because there's 1 fewer cylinder, you may build a smaller engine with the same displacement. A 3-cylinder engine uses far less fuel than a 4-cylinder engine of the same capacity. This is due to 2 main factors: lower frictional losses and lighter weight. Because there's 1 fewer cylinder, the frictional losses produced by metal surfaces coming into contact with the engine block are reduced. This essentially means that greater force may be produced while using less fuel. Also, the engine block is substantially lighter due to the elimination of 1 cylinder, as stated a while ago. Overall, there's a significant weight reduction. Each of these variables, when combined, provides 3-cylinder engines an advantage in terms of fuel economy. But the problem of 3-cylinder engines as compared to 2-cylinder engines is that since a triple is bigger than a 2-cylinder engine, the engine must be mounted higher in the frame to provide good enough clearance for corners. Raising the engine causes the bike's center of gravity to increase, which is bad for handling. The middle cylinder's exhaust used to be a concern back then since it required to be exactly where the down tube was when motorcycle frames had only one down tube in front of the engine. Nevertheless, improved frame designs that use the engine as a stress element and either dual down tubes or none at all solve that issue. While manufacturers were more accustomed to twins, with either cylinder exposed to loads of nice cold air on each side of the engine, cooling the center cylinder was an early challenge as well. Water cooling has solved that problem though, as it has become increasingly important to create an engine that is quiet enough to pass noise regulation. Currently, Triumph is riding high on its triples, while the British company has a range that culminates in the smoother delivery of the 2.3-liter Triumph Rocket 3. The benefits of triples are perhaps best demonstrated in their middleweight range. Because of the popularity of 4-cylinder and 2-cylinder bikes, triples have preserved their uniqueness. In recent years, MV Agusta and Triumph have taken advantage of this by reflecting on their history and giving their motorcycles a sense of identity amid a seas of twins and fours. The relative scarcity and unique growl of a 3-cylinder motorcycle resulted in an Italian renaissance. While designing the F3800 and Brutale, MV Agusta clearly had a historical inspiration. Benelli has also entered the frame with the TNT 899 and TNT-R, but it all comes back to Triumph for a superb triple experience at a low price. Both the Triumph Daytona 675 and the brilliant Street Triple demonstrated that 3-cylinder engines could outperform anything comparable while adding character and uniqueness. It's no surprise that 3-cylinder models are currently Triumph's best sellers.
So guys, thank you for watching today's video. If you like my videos, make sure to press the like button, make sure to press the subscribe button if you want to follow me on my journey of loving motorcycles, and of course, make sure to press the notification bell. Don't press done. Goodbye!